आधुनिक मिलिट्री फोर्सेस की कतार में खड़ा कर रहे हैं। हमारे इन प्रयासों का आधार है रक्षा क्षेत्र में आत्मनिर्भर भारत। आज जब न्यू एज वॉरफेयर की बात होती है तो ड्रोन टेक्नोलॉजी उसका एक अहम टूल बन गई है। सरकार आज 3 सेनाओं के उपयोग में आने वाले प्रीडेटर ड्रोन खरीद रही है। ड्रोन के इस्तेमाल से जुड़ी स्ट्रेटेजी बनाई जा रही है और मुझे खुशी है कि कई भारतीय कंपनियां पूरी तरह से स्वदेशी ड्रोन बनाने में भी लगी है। ढेर सारे स्टार्टअप मैदान में आए हैं।
And Prime Minister Modi, he said that the BJP-led NDA government was working towards achieving one nation, one election and the secular civil code. Addressing the National Unity Day parade in Gujarat's Kevadia, Prime Minister said that we are now working towards one nation, one election, which will strengthen India's democracy. In the meanwhile, Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, he dismissed Prime Minister Modi's comments on one nation, one election, saying that the initiative is impossible without consensus in the parliament.
एकता के हमारे इन प्रयासों के तहत ही अब हम वन नेशन वन इलेक्शन पर काम कर रहे हैं, जो भारत के लोकतंत्र को मजबूती देगा, जो भारत के संसाधनों का ऑप्टिमम आउटकम देगा और देश विकसित भारत के सपने को पार करने में और नई गति प्राप्त करेगा, समृद्धि प्राप्त करेगा।
What Modi tells, he won't do it because unless in parliament it comes, he has to take everybody into confidence. Then only this will happen. But it is impossible. It is impossible. One nation, one election, impossible. Because several states, several problems, and regional parties are there. But simply he is telling everything which is not possible.
Doable. It's been done right up till 1967. But then after the dismissal of the then governments in 1969 in Kerala and as well as in other states, we have seen that it's been virtually difficult to, given the federal structure of our country, to be able to do one nation, one election. So it's going to be a long road. The cabinet has already given in-principle approval. They now have to work with states and like-minded parties to build a consensus. Nothing is impossible, even though Mr. Kharge says it is impossible. It's at present difficult because given the fractured mandate, there's not one clear party. It's not like the BJP has a commanding position on the floor of the House. So it will require careful maneuvering and everybody to agree to it. The biggest hurdle, of course, is when you do a one nation, one election, is the fact that what the Cohen committee has suggested, that there will be a cutoff date for elections when it is conducted in 2029. And from then onwards, you'll be implementing that entire process. So what happens to states which have just gone to the polls? Say, for example, if in 2027, you will have the elections for West Bengal and 26, for West Bengal and other states, along Tamil Nadu and Kerala, do you then cut it short in 2029 and have fresh elections? These are things that will have to be looked at and its practicality. What happens, to the fact that will it just work in the way they say that a by-election will be conducted? Will that suffice? These are certain crucial issues that really require a lot of deliberations, a lot of thought process, and as Mr. Kharge pointed out, building consensus, which the Prime Minister will have to walk a tightrope on.
Indian and Chinese troops have exchanged Diwali sweets on 5 locations along the line of actual control, including 2 in Ladakh. This comes a day after the two sides completed military disengagement from the Depsang and Demchok areas in line with last week's patrolling agreement. Sweets have been exchanged at Chushul Maldo and Daulat Beg Oldi in Ladakh, Bancha near Kibutu and Bumla in Arunachal Pradesh, along with Nathula in Sikkim.
यलेशी पर कुछ क्षेत्रों में कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स को रिजॉल्व करने के लिए भारत और चीन के बीच डिप्लोमेटिक और मिलिट्री दोनों ही लेवल्स पर बातचीत हो रही थी। अभी हाल की बातचीत के बाद ग्राउंड सिचुएशन को रेस्टोर करने के लिए आपस में ब्रॉड कंसेंसस हुई है। यह कंसेंसस इक्वल और म्यूचुअल सिक्योरिटी के बेसिस पर डेवलप हुई है। जो सहमति बनी है उसके अंतर्गत ट्रेडिशनल एरियाज में पेट्रोलिंग और ग्रेजिंग के अधिकार भी शामिल हैं। इस सहमति के आधार पर डिसएंगेजमेंट का प्रोसेस लगभग यह पूरा हो गया है और हमारा प्रयास होगा कि बात डिसएंगेजमेंट से भी आगे बढ़े, लेकिन उसके लिए हमें अभी प्रतीक्षा करनी होगी।
And Congress leader Ravi has joined the BJP. Raja was keen to contest the assembly polls. However, the party did not consider his nomination. Raja joined the BJP in presence of Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis and BJP's Mumbai Unit President Ashish Shelar. Raja was immediately appointed as the BJP Mumbai Vice President. He has been a corporator in the Brihan-Mumbai Municipal Corporation, or the BMC, for close to a quarter of a century and had also served as leader of the opposition in the civic body. Mr. Raja stated that his 44 years of service to the party went unrecognized, and despite his request for a ticket in the upcoming Maharashtra Assembly elections, he was not granted a ticket for the same.
कांग्रेस पार्टी के 5 बार कॉर्पोरेटर रहे और विपक्ष के नेता रहे, ऐसे एक बहुत ही कद्दावर नेता रवि राजा जी ने आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी में प्रवेश किया है। उनके साथ कई प्रमुख पदाधिकारियों ने भी भारतीय जनता पार्टी में प्रवेश किया है। ऐसे पटाखे चलते ही रहेंगे। जो आपने सवाल किया उस पर मैं इतना ही कहना चाहता हूं, अभी रवि राजा जी के ही संपर्क में कई लोग हैं जिनसे उन्होंने मेरी बात करवाई है, जिनमें से कुछ लोग बहुत प्रमुख लोग हैं। ऐसे लोग भी और अन्य लोग भी आने वाले दिनों में बीजेपी में आते हुए आपको दिखाई पड़ेंगे।
Time for a very short break. More news and updates on the other side.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola Edge 50 Pro, world's first AI-powered pro-grade camera.
Narendra Modi says one nation, one election to be implemented soon, while the Congress chief Mallikarjun Kharge says that this initiative is impossible without consensus in the parliament. PM Modi continues his Diwali tradition and celebrates with the soldiers in Kutch. Senior Congress leader from Maharashtra Ravi jumps ship after a 44-year-long stint with the Grand Old Party. He joins the BJP. India versus New Zealand third test starts tomorrow. India aims to avoid a whitewash on the home ground. India has rested Jasprit Bumrah for the final test.
I don't care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. All I want is a touch of love.
NDTV proudly upholds its legacy of trust and credibility. According to the prestigious Reuters Institute's Digital News Report 2024, NDTV is the topmost news platform in the country. Number 1 in both online and offline reach in India, beating all its competition. NDTV stands for trust.
New day, new show, a new experience.
Start your day with the news, not views.
We bring you stories that matter
and impact your life.
News that informs and keeps you ahead. From Maximum City, Mumbai,
To the seat of power, Delhi.
NDTV brings you the best breakfast show. Breakfast news on NDTV, 8 a.m. every day. Hello and welcome to India Sense, where I speak with global opinion makers.
The United States has made a strategic decision over the last 20 years to move closer to India.
A $7 trillion economy seems a perfectly conceivable number.
If you want to be a national party, it's that you sort of accept the way the world is rather than want to endlessly hark back to how it was.
Modi is promoting the digitization of the economy, which is accelerating growth in the country.
I now request the Honorable Prime Minister to launch NDTV World and address the summit.
It was the grand launch of NDTV World by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. NDTV World, as he laid out his vision for the India century at the NDTV World Summit.
ऐसी सदी जिसमें भारत के प्रयासों से दुनिया में स्थिरता आए.
In the presence of those who are shaping our future.
मेरी तरफ से आपको ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं हैं.
NDTV World, your new home for global news is here.
NDTV proudly presents NDTV World Summit 2024, the India Century. I now request the Honorable Prime Minister to launch NDTV World and address the summit.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's inaugural session at the NDTV Summit outlined his vision for the India century, driven by aspirational India.
हमारा प्रयास होगा भारत की सेंचुरी सिर्फ भारत की नहीं बल्कि पूरी मानवता की जीत की सेंचुरी बने.
The summit brought together prominent global leaders, highlighting India's pivotal role on the world stage.
Not just Indians trusting India's leadership, but the global South especially trusting India's leadership.
Permanent seat on the UN Security Council is something that should be India's right.
Canada is concerned, I think there are some very specific issues. I think a lot of people know that.
AI is going to be one of the most important drivers.
It's a very exciting time for India, Indian cinema as well at a global level.
NDTV World Summit was more than just a conversation. It was a confluence of ideas poised to shape our global future.
I don't care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. A touch of love.
I've been reporting on all issues big and small from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, rest of South India, bringing you all the action, all that you need to know, all that you want to know.
The energy of Maximum City is infectious.
Welcome back. India take on New Zealand in the final test starting tomorrow. The series has been lost, but India needs to stage a comeback to keep their chance of entering the Test Championship final alive. The big news is that Jasprit Bumrah, he has been rested for the Mumbai Test. Here's a report.
See, I'm not going to sugarcoat this, that obviously it's hurting, and it's good that it's hurting, because it should hurt, because every time you lose a game, be it at home or be it away from home, it should hurt, and that hurt will make us better. Sometimes people say that, oh, it should not hurt, but it should hurt when you're playing for your country. What's wrong in being in that position? And the more, especially for the youngsters, if it's hurting them, I'm sure they're going to push themselves to keep getting better, because that is exactly what we want them to be, pushing themselves every day to be a better cricketer and to do something special. Because if we have results like what we had in Kanpur, then might as well have results like this and take that hurt and keep moving forward.
Devon Conway took the attack, bowling very early in there. What lies in prospect? Ian Smith. His first ball on the nicely.
A defeat in Bengaluru,
They've dominated the game. They've
a defeat in Pune after the high of Kanpur.
should be out. Yes.
Team India is suddenly left searching for many answers. Swing-friendly conditions in Bengaluru and spin in Pune, New Zealand bested Rohit Sharma's men in conditions they were expected to struggle. But Gautam Gambhir refuses to put it down to batting failure.
It's hurried on through and Kohli has said, I've got to review this.
You don't get the results, obviously you want to iron out everything. And I'm not going to say that obviously the batters have let down or the bowlers haven't and all that stuff. It's the combination. We win together, we lose together. As simple as it can get. 11 people that walk onto the field, they win together, they lose together, and people in the dressing room as well. So I think it's about scoring runs and trying to take 20 wickets. As simple as it can get. I can't be saying that, oh, the batters have let us down and all that stuff. I think everyone has the responsibility and everyone should take up that responsibility. From the coach to the entire support staff and the players.
But the batting group has been battling for form, busy ironing out technical deficiencies midway through the series. This has in turn added to the pressure on India's premier spinners who have come up short so far.
Went quick to Rohit Sharma.
An unfamiliar position for a team that has for long made it a habit of winning tests at home.
But taken in the deep. Cleaned him up.
New Zealand has not only brought about an end to the winning streak but also challenged India's tag of invincibility. However, there is no panic reaction. Team India has decided to rest Jasprit Bumrah for Mumbai Test that starts Friday. The team management wants Bumrah fresh and firing at all cylinders in the 5-match Test series against Australia. The last time India entered a test of a home series, having already lost it, was in Wankhede 20 years ago. There they had prepared a raging to win a low-scoring thriller against Australia. Indications are that the pitch for this one against New Zealand too could start to take off sooner than later. India will need to win 4 out of 6 remaining tests, 5 of them being in Australia, to be assured of a spot in the World Test Championship final without having to depend on other results. In New Delhi, Rika Roy for NDTV.
I think it's hit the back pad as well. They'll take it. They'll have a go. Got to.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola Edge 50 Pro, world's first AI-powered pro-grade camera.
Cappuccinos to go.
I don't care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. All I want is a touch of love.
NDTV proudly upholds its legacy of trust and credibility. According to the prestigious Reuters Institute's Digital News Report 2024, NDTV is the top-most news platform in the country. Number 1 in both online and offline reach in India. Beating all its competition, NDTV stands for trust.
New day, new show, a new experience.
Start your day with the news, not views.
We bring you stories that matter
and impact your life.
News that informs and keeps you ahead. From Maximum City, Mumbai,
to the seat of power, Delhi,
NDTV brings you the best breakfast show. Breakfast news on NDTV, 8 a.m. every day. Hello and welcome to India Sense, where I speak with global opinion makers.
The United States has made a strategic decision over the last 20 years to move closer to India.
So a $7 trillion economy seems a perfectly conceivable number.
If you want to be a national party, it's that you sort of accept the way the world is rather than want to endlessly hark back to how it was.
Modi is promoting the digitization of the economy, which is accelerating growth in the country.
I now request the Honorable Prime Minister to launch NDTV World and address the summit.
It was the grand launch of NDTV World by Prime Minister Narendra Modi.